There is a sentence many of us hear early in life. Study hard. Get a degree. Get a job. Build your future. It sounds safe. It sounds responsible. It sounds like a map. But then reality arrives. The map does not match the ground. Doors stay closed. Applications disappear. Waiting becomes normal. And slowly a quiet question forms. What if the path we were given does not exist for most people? This is not just one place. It is happening across the world. Every month huge numbers of young people step into adulthood ready to work, ready to contribute, ready to build something. And only a small share are invited into formal jobs. At first this looks like a crisis. A lost generation. A failure of the system. Many people stop there. But if you look longer and closer, another story appears. People are not idle. They are not waiting. They are working. Selling. Repairing. Teaching. Fixing. Trading. Creating value every day in ways that do not fit neat boxes. The context matters because we often define success too narrowly. We measure progress by formal jobs alone. By contracts. By offices. By titles. And when those are missing, we label people as unemployed or informal, as if that means inactive or unskilled. But the informal economy is already moving. It is already large. It is already supporting families and communities. It is not a gap. It is an engine. The surface insight begins with identity. How you see yourself shapes how you act. When young people are told again and again that success equals a formal job, they internalize that story. When the job does not come, they feel stuck. They feel like they failed even while working every day. But when the story shifts, something changes. When someone stops calling themselves jobless and starts calling themselves an entrepreneur, their behavior shifts. They look for opportunity instead of permission. They experiment instead of waiting. This does not happen because someone gives them money. It happens because someone reflects a different identity back to them. You can see this in small moments. A conversation with a peer. Seeing someone like you running a small business. Hearing someone say, "Why not try?" That moment unlocks action. People start small. They test. They learn. They add one thing at a time. And income grows. Confidence grows. The change spreads because peers see it and think, maybe I can do that too. Insight too sits underneath this. We assume growth follows a straight line. Learn first. Then work. Then grow. But real life rarely moves like that, especially in informal settings. Growth here is messy. It jumps sideways. It pauses. It restarts. People respond to opportunity, not curriculum. They learn when they need something now. Not when a course says it is time. Skills are picked up in pieces. A pricing tip today. A marketing trick tomorrow. Basic bookkeeping when cash gets tight. This learning is practical. Immediate. Often shared by someone just a little further along. It does not come with certificates. But it works. Think about how you learn in daily life. You do not take a full course to cook one meal. You ask a friend. You watch a short video. You try. You adjust. That is how informal learning works. And systems that ignore this miss what actually drives income growth. When platforms or programs design for ladders, people disengage. When they design for jungle gyms, people move. The third insight is about trust. In places without contracts, trust is everything. One bad deal can erase months of effort. So people protect themselves. They stick to known circles. They avoid risk. Trust is not built through titles or degrees. It is built through showing up. Helping others. Being reliable. In these communities, people look for serious people. Not serious in tone but serious in action. People who contribute. People who support. People who give back. Social capital becomes currency. But it is often invisible to formal systems. Banks do not see it. Employers do not measure it. This is a loss for everyone. Because trust is value. When trust becomes visible, more doors open. Peer trade grows. Lending becomes possible. Opportunities expand beyond small circles. Reframing all of this helps us see the informal economy differently. It is not a problem to be fixed. It is a system to be supported. It already works. It just lacks tools that match how it actually functions. When we invest in identity, people act. When we design learning for real life, people grow. When we surface trust, economies become stronger. This is not about replacing formal jobs. Jobs still matter. It is about recognizing that the road to stability may run through informal work first. Application to daily life is simple but important. Many of us judge our own progress using the wrong measures. We wait for permission. We wait for titles. We wait for perfect plans. But growth often starts with how we name ourselves. With trying something small. With learning from peers. With building trust through contribution. Even outside this context, the lesson holds. Do you see yourself as waiting or as building? Do you design your learning for real needs or ideal paths? Do you measure value only by credentials or also by reliability and care? The deeper layer is about the future. As the world faces climate limits and inequality, economies that reward contribution over consumption may be more resilient. Informal systems already do this. They value repair, sharing, local trade, community knowledge. There is wisdom here. If we ignore it, we miss a chance to build systems that work for more people. Fueling what already exists may be more powerful than forcing everyone into one narrow model. So the question that stays with us is not how do we fix the informal economy, but how might your view of work success and contribution change if you truly believe that millions of people already building quietly are not behind but ahead in showing us how resilient economies grow?